Hello world and welcome back. I'm Karhu, the Great Bear of the North, and this is Europa Universalis IV, featuring all the DLC up to it, including Mare Nostrum and the fantastic MEIOU Taxes Mod. Check it out in the link below. Now, you're just at the tail end of the last episode. A couple of things happened. First of all, we annexed Bentheim, which is what I'm going to talk about very, very shortly. But second of all, we also have the plague. Yay. Okay, but as is usual, whenever we get new territories, let's go a little bit through the history of it. First of all, Munster. We're going to start from the south, and we're going to go north. And this is going to be quick and dirty because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different territories to go through. I'm going to start with Munster. I was a member of the Hanseatic League under a Prince Bishop. And what's coolest about Munster to me is the Anabaptists. In 1534, the Anabaptists were a very extreme Protestant movement. They burned all books. They thought that the second coming of Christ was imminent. They forced their people to walk naked through the streets. They forced marriages on a whole bunch of women. It was really, really messed up. They started calling the town New Jerusalem, and this was very, very short-lived. For within a year, Imperial forces retook the town and actually tortured all of the Anabaptists, not all of them, but a lot of the leadership of the Anabaptists in large metal cages, which are actually still hanging from the town hall, if you can believe that. For a really, really, really good and really fascinating and interesting description of the Anabaptists, check out Dan Carlin's Hardcore History at hardcorehistory.com and click the link for the Prophets of Doom, which I actually believe is free right now. Normally he charges you for his episodes, but I think it's free right now, so definitely check that out. If I remember, I'll put a link. I'll actually just remind myself for that. So that is Munster. It's also where the Treaty of Westphalia was signed in 1648, ending the 30 Years' War. So there's that. Now next we'll go on up to Bentheim. Not much happened in Bentheim. It's not very big. It's only about 15,000 people now. It was a spa town. In fact, its official name is Bad Bentheim, which means the Bentheim Spa, the Bentheim Baths. It's most notable for the Berg Bentheim. I mean, as you can see in this painting, it's really picturesque. It's quite beautiful. Although an interesting connection for maybe many of you is sandstone is one of the major products of the area of Bentheim. And we know for a fact that the Royal Palace of Amsterdam is made out of Bentheim sandstone, but also apparently maybe the base of the Statue of Liberty may have been made out of Bentheim sandstone as well. Other different places claim that their sandstone made the base, but apparently it may be Bentheim sandstone, so that is that. This used to be Tecklenburg, but I couldn't find anything interesting about Tecklenburg, so I changed the capital to Bergsteinfurt. And Bergsteinfurt, it's on the Ahr River, not the same Ahr River as Breda, which is all the way down here, but a different Ahr River. And so it's on the Ahr River, and the town was actually built up around a fort. It's one of the few places in the area where you could actually get carts and carriages from one side of the river to another. So they built a bridge there, and then they built up a town around that. And the Knights Hospitaller actually had a large major impact on the history of Bergsteinfurt, because Rudolph II, blah blah blah, engaged in a lot of crusades to the Holy Land, and so he brought in the Knights Hospitaller, the Knights of St. John. But then, about 300 years later, actually in 1564, so right around the same time period as this game is happening right now, there was a dispute over religion between the Knights Hospitaller, who were staunch Catholics, and Count Arnold II, who had just converted to Protestantism because his wife wanted him to. And so, in the middle of the night in 1564, on the day that the town officially converted to Protestantism, the Knights Hospitaller actually sieged and invaded a church, the main church of the town, in order to protest that. And I may be getting a little bit of the facts wrong, but craziness. Yeah, they actually invaded the church to protest religion. Whatever. And then we have Meppen, which is at the confluence of the Ems, the Haas, the Nordrhein rivers, and its name actually came from the old German word Map, meaning delta. And again, not much really happened in this region. It's kind of mostly overshadowed by its neighbors, like these guys along here. But the long history of a fortified town right at the confluence of the three rivers, and that would make sense, because if you can control the confluence, you can actually control all the trade flowing down all three of those rivers. So, So that's why I kept Meppen there. There are actually better towns around there to make my capital, but it's controlling the river, which is kind of the theme of what's going on here. And then we also have Oldenburg right up here, which is again at the confluence of the Hunt and the Harren River. Again, towns at confluences tend to do fairly well. But Oldenburg actually was for a very, very long time in the shadows of the much, much more powerful Hanseatic trading city of Bremen. Until 1932, when Oldenburg was actually the first state in Germany to elect the Nazis. Within months, Aryanization started, and the program of forced displacement of much of the city's Jewish population, which had actually been there for 500 years. There's a lot of protections in Oldenburg about the Jews, but that all disappeared in 1932, and we know what happened from the rest of that. So let's not dwell on that too much, but there we go. So we have, okay, with integrating Bentheim, our force limit actually went up, but you know what? I'm actually going to delete these guys. Why can't I disband them? I don't want them anymore. The aristocrats have gained dominant position in our country? Sure. No, I want to disband them. Because, actually, hold on. I have new fleets. I have Fleet von Oldenburg. Let's put them there. And I have the first fleet, which is out there. Let's send them all here. Let's merge them all together. But why can't I disband these guys? That is an enemy lander next to enemy armies. But they're not. What's going on? No, these are my guys. Like this unit, I can't even do that. Why can't I disband my new armies? What's going on? But anyways, let's move these guys together. Let's go back to our privateering mission, which is totally not piracy, guys. It's totally not piracy. Yeah, it's kind of piracy. But anyways, apparently I can't delete these guys. I don't know why. Is it just because they have low morale? Is that why I can't delete them? Weird. Very, very strange. Oh, but yeah, with the addition of Bentheim, we also gained, 2 new areas. We gained Westphalia, which is this green area, which is actually quite big. Quite big. I don't know where my capital of that's going to be, but it actually does help me fill out the Westphalian Circle, which is great, which is lovely. And then we also have this area right down here. Oops, that's the region. We have this area right down here, which is the Lower Saxon Circle, which is Lower Saxony. It's the area, the Weser, which is where Bremen-Verden is. But, yeah, all I have is Oldenburg, so do we have a castle here? What's going on? Is there anything interesting about Oldenburg? Nothing. Nothing interesting there. What about Burgsteinfeld? Nothing. We have the Herrschaft Anhalt, which, okay. And we ranked capital in Bentheim. But you know what? None of this actually matters. None of this actually matters. Why can't I delete these guys? This is very, very strange, because I want to delete these guys, take, the extra little military power, and move them into my African army, so that I can help take over stuff in Africa a little bit more. But they don't appear to want to do that. So I can invest in a new idea. I can invest in standing army, recruitment time minus 10%. That could be good, but I actually am behind the time in military technology. So let's deal with that. Let's deal with that first. Let's get military technology up first, and then we will move on to upgrading that. Utrecht has a high liberty desire, but it's only 68. It's only 68. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. The Catholic faith shrinks. Decapolis is left. Catholic faith shrinks. Osnabrück has left as well. Why aren't we? What? Why can't I can't move them? I can't do anything. Okay, so you know what? Let's army. Let's maintain the army a little bit. Let's move them. There we go. Let's move them here. Ah, there we go. Now I can disband them. Because here's what I think must have happened. Here's what I think must have happened. The game still thought for whatever reason, the last time that the location modifier for that army had been changed, it was in enemy territory. It wasn't in my territory, it was in somebody else's. So until I moved it, until I changed its territory, until I changed what state it was located in, what province, whatever it was located in, it continued to think that it was in enemy territory, and you can't delete units in enemy territory. So that's probably that. Let's go with early tercio, and let's also, do we want to build gendarme cavalry? Oh, hey, my manpower went up. So, let's build quite a large army here, and then I will attempt to start building build a spy network. There we go. Let's build a spy network. It's only going to get 0.89 every month, so it's going to take like 2 years, maybe 3 years. Happy provinces! Yay! Happy provinces are good provinces. It'll take a couple years for me to build up a casus belli against Sofunu, but once I do, I should then my army should be a little bit better. So we're going to have 5 of them. That will bring my military up to 25. Let's get 1 unit of cannon. Let's get 2 units of cannon and 1 unit of cavalry. There we go. That should be bringing it up to 28. Good. An honorable republic. 20 prestige for being honorable. We are maxed out in prestige. Woo! That's amazing. That's amazing. But you know what else that means? You know what else that means? That means... Here, you probably don't know what that means, but I'm going to tell you what that means. That means that my... Oh, Protestant contacts. Let's get a letter of tax. Let's charge them a tax for a letter of privilege. There we go. That means that my aggressive expansion bonus, my aggressive expansion penalty is taking a nosedive because people like me more. Because I'm super prestigious. So, who's allied with Burgundy? Because I do have a casus belli in Burgundy. They're allied with Bayern, Straubing, Cologne, Lauenburg, and Ziegenhain. Let's extract a tax again from the... Boom, some more people. France has claimed Liège as their own, but here's the thing. If France invades me, Austria will come to my defense. The various and innovative ideas of the Renaissance are spreading through Italy. Already, a number of wealthy families have decided to provide financial support for the promising artists. Are we to let history pass by without leaving our mark on it? No, we're totally going to support blooming Renaissance art. There we go. It's going to cost me a lot of money, but you know, prestige. Lots of prestige. I like that. There's some separatists from Bentheim, but you know, that's understandable. Wow, our manpower can go up to 71,000. 74,228. That's amazing. That's amazing. NASA, I'm looking to improve my relations with NASA. That's changing. That's changing. Shunning us because of our excommunication. Yeah, we were excommunicated at some point in time, but that was a mistake. Barbary pirates of Morocco have raided the coasts of Josephshaven and Arguin? Oh! Completely forgot that piracy, that actual piracy, like coastal raiding was a thing. Man, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good at all. Huh. A royal guest. Word of our talented shipbuilders and naval systems has spread throughout the known world, and a foreign prince has asked to tour our docks and speak with our men. This is a great honor that we cannot refuse. Huzzah! Look at that. That's awesome. I'm getting lots of money. Tough colonists and national conscripts. A few centers of trade fairly developed. Few building opportunities. Education level. Whoa, okay. Education level. 5% textile capacity. Awesome. Army organizer Hagen von Scheideck has died. We have too many diplomatic relations. Because we have military access through Bremen and Verdun. Let's change that. Let's keep Thomas Ader. Actually, what is Thomas Ader? He has... If I recall correctly, he is... Where's his modifier? Where's his modifier? Where's his distance from the Vatican, valorous. Okay, he's valorous, but he's a misguided warrior. So let's change him. I don't like him. We now have... Oh, jeez. We now have somebody Oscar von Scheideck, who is a hopeless spender. And he got, hey, at least he's energetic. He's energetic. Oh dears. That's not good. That's not good. I want another diplomat. And I also need to change my relations. Let's get them back with Bremen and Verden, because I do not want military access through them anymore. Cancel military access, there we go. Because if I have too many diplomatic relations, then just maintaining those relationships will cost me diplomatic points each month, rather. And I definitely do not want that. There's a revolt, Nijmegen. If I lower the taxes, I will lose prestige, but also get local autonomy in Nijmegen and Roermond, but if I ignore them, a little bit of unrest. What's Nijmegen's current unrest? Minus 29.4. And Roermond is minus 26.2. I will ignore it, and nothing will happen. Because look at that, autonomy. Oh well, autonomy is going down in Nijmegen. Anyways, so that's good, that's good. Guild leaders, rival nobles, status. No, I'm not going to lose my prestige. It's at 99. So let's just worry about that. So we're slowly building a spy network in Zafuna. Bremen Verdenia peasants? Bremen Verden? Interesting. That's a lot of men taking over Bremen Verden. But you know what? I'm kind of worried about the looming disaster. Okay, it's only 30%. That's not bad. Smallpox plagues hits the natives. That's not good at all. Utrecht has a high liberty desire. That's going down. That's going down. As I get more powerful, one, and as their negative modifiers for me also go down. I mean, like, check it out. They're minus 90. Oh, plague in Koblenz. Bad plague. The Edict of Frankfurt. We're gonna ban his warnings from our lands. His writings from our lands, rather. That means we will attempt to maintain Protestantism. Death stalks the land. Koblenz gets damaged by plague. That's not good. Do not like plague. Plague is bad. Plague is bad, y'all. I can start building things in Josefshaven, but I'm saving up for something cool in, like, maybe a royal palace, maybe a mint or something. Catholic faith is grown. Nassau is now Catholic. Oscar von Scheideck's court. We will maintain the same type of court. Yes. Dealt with diplomatic relations and all these wonderful things. Oh, okay. Well. Let's see. Yeah, Utrecht doesn't like me, but they will definitely rise. They will definitely rise. That's okay. Center of Catholic Pilgrimage. Hey, that's cool. Let's see. How colonies are doing quite well. We have 2 diplomats available out of 3 total, so you know what, Oh, behind. That's them. We should be able to stomp them. I still want Amsterdam. So, let's go for... build a spy network there. Building a spy network to invade Zafunu. And we're definitely also trying to build a spy network in Amsterdam, because I want that too. Plague strikes again. Man, don't like the plague. One of these days, we'll get rid of the plague. But look. This is how big we are. We're actually quite big. We're not like Austria big, but we're bigger than Brandenburg. The Teutonic Order is huge. Plague strikes again. Yay, in Julich. We're bigger than Bosnia. How did Bosnia get that big? As Valencia in Moldova. Huh. Kiev is huge too. Interesting. Actually, can I start taking the north? Oh, I have no colonists to send. That's why I can't do that. Hey, noble legacy of Jülich. I can gain a claim on Aachen. But if I declare war on Aachen, then the Emperor comes against me. So let's not even go for that claim. A military technology. Caracol tactics. There we go. Unable to fight pike squares directly, some cavalry began carrying pistols to fire into their massed ranks. Since they could be preloaded, many cavalrymen would carry a brace of them, which is 2, to be fired once and then set aside. And that is Caracol tactics. Military tactics 1, combat width increased by 1. A lot of that is very good. We can now upgrade our cavalry to... We can get mounted arquebusiers. With the introduction of flintlock guns, light cavalry began to carry firearms with them. Hereros wore plate armor and charged in close to fire their pistols and then charge the enemy. Herguletiers wore leather and fired their arquebuses from flanks to support the infantry. Unlike later dragoons, mounted arquebusiers were always meant as cavalry and could engage in charges in hand-to-hand combat with their swords. They replaced Jeanette's cavalry during the Italian Wars. We could go to cuirassiers, who were a type of heavy cavalry that evolved from the armored knight. This type of cavalry was armored from head down to knee level. His body was protected with a breastplate or cuirass, which they took their name. They were mostly used as shock troops and were in use for centuries. They were armed with wheellock pistols, lances, and swords, or you can go straight up Caracol cavalry. In the late 16th and early 17th century, the most common combat formation for Western European cavalry was the Caracol, which could be employed in 2 ways. With the first method, the first rank of cavalry formation charged directly at the enemy, the cavalrymen firing their weapons at a range of 30 to 50 paces. Then they turned around again and returned to the rear of the formation and became the last rank. The following rank would charge in the same way, kind of like this, and then return to the rear. With this formation, the first rank was always charging, while the other ranks were loading and waiting their turn to charge. Another method was to charge in a single file, firing when the enemies were on the right, and then continuing around in a circular motion like this, all the while reloading and returning to reform the lines in a continuous rank. Let's go with mounted arquebusiers, just because I feel like it. So let's go with that. Syndic to traders now gained a dominant position in our republic. We can still build a whole bunch of stuff. But you know what? I'm still saving up for some good things. For some very, very good things. Army maintenance is quite... How are we over our force limits? Nothing just changed. You said my force limit was 28 just a while ago. Man! Okay, so you know what? We're going to cancel... Because how much am I spending being over my force limits? I'm spending... 2.58 going over my force limits. So let's drop that. Let's cancel you. And in fact, let's split this. Let's delete you. There we go. I'm 1 over my force limit, but that's not that bad. Yeah, it's 1.21. It's 1.21. So my monies will go... Monies will be going up. Still waiting on some, you know... Casus Belli against some people. Who do we have? Near to Courtrier, Nassau, and Flindlilo. Yeah, I could totally declare war on Burgundy straight up, but they've got a lot of allies, and that's going to be a really messy war, and I would definitely want more manpower. I would want, like, 72,098 manpower, rather than just the 17,000 before I declare war on them. So that's going to be very, very hard fought. Oh, smallpox has hit the natives, that's not good. New ideas, tough colonists. That is administrative. I am 60%. I'm still 6 years ahead. Grange has been proposed as a council site. That's fine by me. So let's go with tough colonists. Land attrition will be minus 15. But you know what? I will also get Quis regio eius religio. Both Catholic and Protestant German lords have an exclusive right to control religious matters in their domains according to the principle, whose realm, his religion. That will get me the next idea, which means my German ideas advanced, but I also get the expansion ideas, which means I should be able to soon start converting people. Is that true? No, even in Bentheim. Even in Köln. Okay. If I want to start converting people, I need to actually start taking decisions that will push me in that direction. Plague is striking again in Breda. Oh, I hate the plague. In fact, I hate it so much I'm getting frustrated with this episode, so I'm going to call it an end right now. What is that that's flying over top? Is that a bird? It looks like a stealth bomber. That was really weird. But I'm Karhu, the Great Bear of the North. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please like, please subscribe, please comment. You can follow me on Twitter at Karhu Gaming. You can follow me on Steam, Karhu Gaming as well. Share this with other people. But most importantly, and I do mean this, have a wonderful day, everybody. I'll see you next time in the Cologne Republic. Auf Wiedersehen.